Welcome back to Bending Silver Spoons ASMR. If you like what you hear, make sure to click that subscribe button. We are about to embark on a meditative journey. Be sure that you are seated somewhere comfortable or lying down. If you're seated, make sure your feet are flat on the ground with your arms resting beside you. Otherwise, if you're laying, make sure that your back is supported and you are comfortable and sinking into your surroundings. We will begin by doing some guided breathing. Breathing in for a count of 4, holding that breath. Breathing out for a count of 4, holding and repeating. Trying to focus on the motion of that breath, expanding and contracting in your diaphragm. And as we begin, you can close your eyes if you'd like and get as comfy as possible. Try to let go of any troubles or schedules you may have and just enjoy this moment in time. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, and out, 2, 3, 4, hold. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, and out, 2, 3, 4, hold. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, and out, 2, 3, 4, hold. Breathe in, relaxation, pause. Breathe out, cares and frustrations. Pause. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, pause. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, pause. As you are breathing, begin to focus on your body, the position that you're in, the rising and falling of your breath. As you begin to feel a warm, tingling sensation washing over you. Beginning at the top of your scalp, the warm tingling spreads over your scalp, down over your brow bone, unfurrowing your brow and loosening it. The tingling washing over your ears and your eyelids as your eyelids begin to feel heavier and heavier. The tingling warmth washing over your nose, cheeks, lips to your jaw. All of the tension that you've been holding in the clenched jaw, allow it to relax and drop. Imagine that warmth then traveling down your neck as you lightly stretch your neck, feeling the tension ease, the gentle pull on your shoulders. Follow that gentle stretch to your shoulders. All of your stresses, cares, and worries have been stacked up, so much so that your shoulders are reaching up towards your ears. Take the time to allow your shoulders to fully drop and ease. Feel the weight of your arms pulling downward or sinking into the area where you rest. The tingling warmth traveling from your shoulders down to your elbows to your wrists, from your wrists to your fingers. Allow your fingers to open and close. Each fist you make and then release, allow that tension to ease out as well. The tingling sensation moves its way back up your arms to your shoulders and down into your chest as you breathe in even deeper. As you breathe in all of that serenity, feel your breath and the warmth travel to your diaphragm, the tingling traveling down your torso to your hips to your knees to your ankles, and ankles to the tips of your toes. You wiggle them slightly as they feel heavier and heavier. And as they do, you continue to breathe in deeply and exhale fully. Your eyes are feeling heavier now, and if they're not already closed, they are too heavy to keep open any longer. You allow them to close and rest, and as you do, you begin to delve deeper into your mind, away from the waking conscious world, away from your struggles and cares. And as you reach back into the depths of your mind, away from everything else, your mind's eye begins to open. Everything around you begins to slowly fade away. Any sounds, any sensations slowly drift into nothingness. And as that silence begins to surround you, begin to open your mind's eye. As you open your mind's eye, you feel around you, noticing a gentle, soft fabric just beyond your fingertips. You feel the fabric between your fingers. You pick it up with your hands. And as you do, you start to take in the sounds and smells around you. You hear what seems to be a crackling fire in the distance. It's faint right now, but you think you can make out the occasional little crackle and pop. You also hear a very light and distant wind. Grab the soft fabric. You put it around you, feeling a slight chill. You get up and you look around, finding yourself on a couch in a parlor surrounded by deep oak wood. And off to the corner, near a covered area with large windows, you see a fireplace roaring. You decide to go warm yourself by that fire. You gather up the blanket around you, and you step forward onto the hard wood floors. You step and walk along as the wind continues to blow. Your bare feet are cold against the cool wood floors, but soon you get closer and closer to that fire. You decide to stoke it a bit with the poker nearby, and as you do, flames increase and crackle a bit more, keeping you nice and cozy. You see that there is a large chair right near the fire. You sit down after tossing another log onto it. Gathering that blanket around you, finally look out of that window and see what sights are causing such a chill in the air. Out in front of you, you see large icicles hanging down off the gutters. You see large snowflakes drifting through the air on that light, cool breeze. You gather the blanket around you, breathing in deeply, putting your hands towards the fire to warm yourself. Fire is nice and warm, despite your fingers feeling so cool. You rub your hands together, blowing on them and then putting them back towards the fire. Once they've been warmed a bit, gather the blanket around you even more, and you breathe in deeply, a sigh of relief. The material is soft. You run it through your fingers, scratching it gently as it keeps you nice and warm. The blanket held up around you traps in the fire's heat, and soon you begin to feel nice and toasty. Little by little, the memories of this place are coming back to you. You remember sitting here in past years, looking out at the snowy skies, the large oak trees, stripped of all their leaves, and noticing the little prints in the snow where bunnies had hopped just moments before. You can see a blue jay out amongst the snow, striking blues against the whites of all of the fluffiness. The blue jay hops his way over to the large bird feeder held up by an iron shepherd's hook. He makes a leap and lands on the edge of the bird feeder, causing it to sway around. You smile and think how such a large bird needs to perch in such a small space. You begin to take in your surroundings through smell as well. And as you breathe in deeply, you begin to notice smells of your childhood filling the house around you. It looks like there's a journal next to you. Take the journal in your hands. Old, worn leather. As you breathe, you drum against it, wondering if you should open it up to see what sorts of memories it may contain. As you continue to breathe deeply, in through your nose and out through your mouth, the scents of what's brewing in the kitchen allow you to know just what time it is. You can smell a freshly brewed tea wafting through. You smell all sorts of different ingredients. You open the notebook and you grab a pencil nearby to write down the things that you're smelling and see what might be in store for you as a treat. First thing you smell is cinnamon. And cloves. Oranges. Star anise. Cardamom. Fresh apples. And a little extra something that you're just not sure about. All of these ingredients, though, they sound like the spiced, mulled, hot apple cider that you grew up on. You very much want a big mug of it to sip on by the fire. But you also smell the scent of sweet sugar. Rich, rich butter. Maybe bread or dough. No, it's cookies. Fresh, warm cookies baking in the oven. Their sweet scent drifting along the air. You wonder when they'll be ready, and when you'll be able to indulge by the fire with your hot mulled cider and a nice cup of English breakfast tea. You finish your notes. The perfect holiday morning notebook aside and gather the blanket once more. You think about how serene you feel in this moment. The breeze so gentle outside. The snowflakes falling as if they're doing a little dance just for you. Twisting and turning on the air, drifting down and settling on the blue jay's feathers in the yard. You think there might be enough snow out there to go sledding or make a snowman, or maybe even go for a nice winter's walk. Your tummy wants you to head towards the kitchen, but your feet aren't quite warm enough yet. So instead, you decide to rest your eyes just a little bit by the warmth of the fire, with the warm, cozy blanket around you. And focus in on yourself and just breathe. As you breathe, you focus in on your heartbeat, the lifeblood that moves you from day to day. This time of the year, your heart always beats just a bit stronger. Feeling the coziness in the air everywhere you turn. You don't have to worry about being overheated. You can drink all the warm drinks you would like. And in this moment, you focus purely on yourself. Everything else in your life can wait. Those problems, the busyness, they're not here. Not right now. The only thing here is your heartbeat, the falling snow, and the crackling fire as you wait for the freshly cooked cookies to be finished and ready to eat. It's been a while since you baked anything, and you know that as soon as they come out of the oven, you're gonna sneak one before it cools, just to test it. You never could resist a cookie fresh out of the oven. As you wait to hear the oven ding, the smells get more intense around you, making your stomach growl. Life has been busy lately, and you're so tired. You have the opportunity to take a break and rest and relax and focus on the things that are the most important in life. Focus on your breath. Focus on your 5 senses. Watching the crackling fire. Smelling the delicious foods that are cooking. Listening to the crackle and the wind. Soon you'll be tasting the wonderful, wonderful treats that await for doing so much and for trying so hard. The journey hasn't been easy for you, and you do your best to be kind each and every day. You see how that kindness affects the people around you and the warmth it brings in, even on the chilliest of days. You are doing so much good in the world. Take the time to appreciate your efforts. Appreciate all the good that you do, the goals that you're striving towards. Think about where you are now compared to how you used to be. Acknowledge that growth. Embrace those changes. And forgive yourself for any missteps along the way. We get such little time here that these moments where you stop and you rest and you look within, make sure that you treat yourself kindly, knowing just how far you've come, surrounding yourself with people who respect you and show you their appreciation often. You are doing so well. deep down in your heart, you know that everything is going to work out and be just fine. The flames flicker and dance in the fireplace, and the snow is slowly drifting down. The bluebird has made his exit, and the blue jay not far behind him. We look around for any signs of the rabbit, but it must have taken shelter in its burrow. You decide it might be time to go check on those cookies. So you begin to stir a bit in your seat, feeling the warm blanket around you. You wiggle your toes a bit to see if the warmth is there, if all the chill has vanished. And as you wiggle your toes, you begin to feel a tingling sensation wash over you. The tingling traveling from your toes to your ankles, your ankles to your knees to your hips, from your hips up your torso to your diaphragm. As you breathe in deeply, the warm air mixing with the tingling coolness. Right here, right now, this moment is just for you. Cherish it and come back to it anytime you would like. The tingling moves from your diaphragm to your chest to your shoulders as you gently stretch them. Tingling moving down your arms to your elbows, down to your wrists, and finally to your fingers. You flex your fingers and open them against the warm blanket. And as you do, the tingling travels back up your arms and into your neck. As you slowly stretch your neck, the tingling moves to your jaw, up over your lips and cheeks, to your nose and ears, begins to wash over your eyes. Your eyelids begin to move slightly, wondering and willing themselves to open, but wanting to also keep them closed and drift to sleep. desire for the sweet treats in the kitchen propel you forward. And as you leave the crackling fire and make your way towards those freshly baked cookies, you remember that you can come back to this place anytime you'd like. Right here with the leather journal, the cloves and cinnamon and oranges, the popping fireplace, and the hot steaming tea. Allow the little crackles and pops as you slowly get away from the fire, and as you're about to take those steps, the tingling traveling from your eyelids up to your brow bone, from your brow bone to the top of your head and scalp. And as it does, you begin to realize your movements are not going towards that kitchen, but in fact, you are stirring about right where you began. You breathe in deeply, a strong sense of calm and relaxation. And as you do, little by little, that world fades from you as your mind and body seek out the waking world. The hum of electronics, the lights around you, the gentle, warm blanket that still made its way back to this place. You think about how lucky you are to be able to take these moments to just rest and breathe. Light sounds of traffic around you remind you that there's much to do, but that you can relax and rest anytime you'd like. All you need to do is close your eyes and come back to this cozy, familiar place. Now is the time you must decide if you want to rejoin the waking world or drift off to sleep and go finish your tea and take a bite of the freshly baked cookies, surrounded by the warm scents of the kitchen and the crackling fire overlooking a snowy wooded yard. begin to make their choice. May you rest well and rejoin the waking world full of energy and peace, and ready to experience the gentle and beautiful moments in life. Welcome back from your meditative journey. Welcome back. You can continue to rest or begin to open your eyes and get acclimated to your surroundings. Welcome back. Thank you for watching Bending Silver Spoons ASMR. Be sure to like and subscribe for even more tingles.